Good girl. We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they would allow it, the Echoes have a will of their own.
Tell us about Yote, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
I do. Where are you off to now, then? Bound for the Free Cities, perhaps? Oh, no need to say if you'd rather not. We all have our reasons. Ain't exactly feeling like sharing with strangers myself at the mo. Truth be told, I could do with a bit of inspiration. Don't know which way to turn no more. Was doing a roaring street.
You're injured. What happened here? Where are your comrades?
Ether flood. It swallowed our camp. My own men did this. There's a village not far from it. It's only a matter of time. We can't let those monsters...
I'll go.
They must not reach.
Rest well, soldier. You said the encampment was close. Let's hope the Akashic is still there.
Run like the wind.
Another Eika flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go around it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
Right. I got here in time.
Someone there! Please! I can't move my leg!
That doesn't sound like an Akashic. You're with the battalion?
I am. I heard the fighting.
Taken care of. One of your brothers
Another survivor.
is...
He was right to send you. Though Staba is safe, thanks. You see...
You must have me confused.
Wait. Son of a whore. You're Sid. I was there! In Cosnis when you killed my brothers. I was there in Rosalith when you killed my command!
My war with Hugo Kupka is over. I bear no ill will toward those who...
What of my ill will? Coward!
When your wounds have healed and your head has cooled, come and find me if you must. Though I hazard your life would be better spent in service of those who need it. Or have you forgotten your oath to the Republic?
My oath? What would you know of oaths?
I know how hard they are to keep. Which is why I'm giving you the chance to keep yours.
No. I won't be deceived. Lord Kupka told us of your crimes. You are an outlaw. A murderer, not some...
Man.
I am nothing like you. But if you're not gonna kill me, then just know.
Good girl.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Time to fight.
We're nearly there.
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
Back to the stables, girl. Where now, Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yote, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yote has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yote. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yotei and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waloed knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them? Yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
But are we truly safe here in the Agora?
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce!
Forgive us! We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity!
How dare you!
Distinguished members of the Council, you must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The King! He has come to save us from the Akashic! He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools! Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Enough. Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation. The girl is still here, somewhere in the city. Her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come, Mythos. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
So then, how long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
By the flames.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the Eikons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike. His very existence beyond our ken. The Eikons, and by extension their dominants, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it. Like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yote of the lake?
By all means.
Yote, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Omielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yote.
Let's find our friends.
It's plain she cares for you very deeply.
And I her, which is why I had to let her go.
Opportunity beckons. Who among you is bold enough? Is that blade for hire, perchance? Because I have a mind to make a killing.
Figuratively,
Well, a passing caravan carried with it a rumor most fortuitous for one in my trade. That an elder Dread Evis are aggressive beasts. Compelled as they are to acts of violence, few survive to maturity. But those that do develop a hide of phenomenal value.
A hide you want?
Eventually, yes. Though I would have it Dread Evis skin is a rare thing indeed. But the worked hide of a well-aged beast. Bring me that beast's...
All right.
Of course, you leave Tabor through the east gate, but take the... I eagerly await...
Cyril. How fares the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. Yotei is otherwise engaged, at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of His Grace, Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix, and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix. Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
I see.
You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve, both him and now you. Pray accept this token. For as long as you bear it, members of... If there is nothing further.
No.
Your Grace.
To Canva, then.
We'll talk about... Cyril seemed very, You certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua.
Here's the scraps you're after. Careful how you pack that leather. Any creases or scratches.
You! Finally. No one.
Is something wrong?
At the university, the students would hang on my every word.
The university?
A specialist in ancient cultures. The most accomplished in all Valisthea, some have said. Not that I look... In my heyday, no obstacle could have kept me from my studies. Yet here I am, a wizened wind. The answers I seek lie. Would you do an old man a kindness and brave the stairs in my stead? You'll be amply rewarded, of course.
Climb the stair.
And memorize a few inscriptions for me. Assuming you... some courteous soul is rumored to have carved clues to Tabor's rich history into stones dotted about the village. 3 of them, to be precise. I'm here in the hope that those carvings might shed light on a riddle, namely, the otherwise undocumented origins of Tabor's unique people.
I can't promise I'll...
Remember what you can. I'll piece together the rest. Make for the domed pavilions.
Farmers must have settled here in Tabor.
Thank you for the dealer.
What golden plains might the wanderers have called home, I wonder?
Have you noticed? The Elder has been coughing less of late. Not a scratch.
So it's these stones to Canva, and the rest of the boxes to Dalaman.
Why won't the sky go back to how it was?
No history would be complete without mention of the mother crystals. I should speak to the old scholar before I forget everything I've read.
How are those new boots treating you?
The engravings were in good report.
Oh, what? Come. Let's start with the engraving to the south.
Guardians of the Crystal. I'm pretty.
Fast, but the...
Wanderers of the Golden Ball.
No doubt this is...
Children, that's all three.
And so, 3 guardians of the little one, nonetheless.
Too many steps.
Careful how you pack that leather. Any creases or scratches will bring down the price.
Are you buying or selling? It's a deal. Got anything else for me? It's a deal. Ah, not bad. It's a deal. Got anything else for me? Of course. Anything else?
Not here.
3 cities and a sea?
Good girl.
Run like the wind.
Are you sure this is the right way, brother?
You deserve a rest. Side total.
Too slow.
Shouldn't have messed with the leader of the pack, eh, boy? Surrounded. He may be, but it looks like there's still plenty of fight in him yet. This thing reeks. Here's your hide, as requested.
I worried you might never return. Oh, as supple as a maiden's cheek, yet as adamant as her virtue. This is everything Clearly, my trust in you was not misplaced. You must be a hunter of considerable talent to have bested the beast with that. Join me as my honored partner.
I don't plan on making a...
Very well. Do not allow me to keep...
Free cities under sea?
Orcs. Then let us be rid of them.
Yeah!
Let's go.
Clive. Smoke.
Is the city fallen?
The free men are still holding their own, then.
Do we have any idea where Gav and the others might be?
There's a warehouse near the docks where we agreed to meet if there was any trouble. We should hurry.
If we're going to do this, we'll need...
Clive, your time, it just so happens that right at this very moment...
And what talents would those be?
Why, your fearlessness?
I'm listening.
Well, as I'm sure you're aware, when these dark skies swept over the Republic, so too did Randalar has been particularly badly affected. Many of the none remain free for long, of course, but the army too is in disarray.
And you've been looking to buy, to make sure these master...
Precisely. It's the perfect opportunity to free dozens more, and for an attractive price, no less.
So where does my skill with a blade come in?
Though we may have the funds to buy these bearers, we have nowhere to house. So we've been searching for a place where they can be resettled. Somewhere far, and we believe we have found one. Cashlock. The place was abandoned a long time ago, but when the men moved...
And so we seek the aid of a fearless swordsman to encourage them to look elsewhere. You'll help, won't you?
How could I...
Excellent. Theo, if you wouldn't mind making arrangements for the transportation of our guests.
Of course.
Sounds like...
I will. We have an entire... Even if I begin... So I'd better try to clear the place out.
I'll do my...
You will find a village in Chairdress Thread, past Leitney's Cleft. My man there will open the gate.
All right.
I'm sure...
Ah, Clive. Just a...
Oh?
You remember how some of Sir Wade's guardians took up Well, now the rest have come to join him. Seems they're barracks. Now, I don't mind having a few more, but we ain't got nowhere for him to bed down. I'd build him a new, but where would I put? Which leaves us in a bit of a pick.
I see.
And I didn't just that. There's been more and more of them, but there's only... We can't keep... And that's what I was...
It's...
Thank you.
So...
Well?
Eastpool. It's been a long...
It was a... And if any of us... But what's done is done.
I suppose.
The Blight might be... There's just what a band of cutthroats of... Nasty bastards they are too. Would have sent someone to clear them out soon. But now we've got a few more guardians.
I do. Eastpool was once home to people like...
And I know. I've already shared a few... And I dare say he's got some...
Of course.
Back to Eastpool, then.
Not just yet. Let's hear Wade's plan first. So Wade...
And you.
I spoke with... She tells me you have plans to free...
That's right. Though it was... I rather fear my men have been treading on her toes somewhat since joining us. Not to mention each other's. And then there are the bearers. Men and women who found the courage to flee their masters and sought refuge here. We need somewhere to settle them.
As can I, which is why I agree.
That's very kind of you. With you beside us, we shall soon send that rabble of rogues running for the hills.
So?
That thankfully there aren't too many of them. Fewer than a dozen at our last count, and rather less, thankfully. The road that leads there will more than likely still be... A small force would suffice to clear the village. But if the Akashic were to follow them in...
I'll head into East. You and the Guardians can stay out. Make sure I'm not...
I can't...
The Akashic are the big...
Well, I shall summon...
Shall I wait?
No need, my lord.
All right.
We shall see you there.
Caution, brother. Who the hell are you? Kill them! You will leave this place.
Or face the consequences. That's the end of that, then. Or maybe not. What's that thing doing here? Doesn't matter. It goes to... More surprise?
Brav. A magnificent display, my lord.
You were watching. I thought you were keeping an eye out.
We were. Put down more than a few on the...
Let's hope it was the last of its kind.
I would.
Your men will be bringing the bearers, so it might be best to send word for...
Of course. Leave it with me, my lord.
Home. No. We're the master.
That's all of them. And not a single... Now to begin the It won't be easy. Especially not after 5 years of beasts and... The masonry might still be sturdy enough, but half the beams are rotted. Those that weren't lost in the fire or burnt. It'll take a bit of elbow grease. But we'll see Eastpool rise again.
So wait. If you don't mind, I'd like Oscar to join the
Of course.
I'll let Martha know that everyone arrived safely. If you need anything more, you have only to send a Stolas.
And we will, my...
Eastpool lives...
There you are. Sir Wade told me you got rid of... What's all this? On second, it'll only give me nightmares and...
I suppose it...
What else? Sir Wade, there's plenty bad happened to that place. But that don't undo the good that happened.
Did Wade say that?
Well, anyway, the poor's the way I... If it's food or...
Thank you, Martha.
No, thank you.
I wanted to. Ready, go? Time to fight.
This must have been a nice place once.
It will be again.
think that's the last of them.
Something the matter, Theodore? Quiet.
Those are our terms. I
shall.
Him again.
Someone you know?
Yes, but enough about him.
It's done.
You made quick.
I should go and let...
Don't let me. But Clive, chill on again. I'll explain it.
All right. Eloise, I just got back from Cashlock. The village should be safe now.
Thank you, Here. Well then, I suppose the first thing we'll need to do is make...
You're still in it?
We are. A trusted colleague has been dealing with the Fist on our behalf, but I suppose it's to be expected. But we shall...
Well...
I'm not...
Ah,
you wanted...
The man I was... He represents the Silver Peak.
I don't think...
Well, every trader in Dharmek, and they're still expanding, and... Judging by her...
And you'd rather...
I would rather... And I would never... Eloise saved me from slavery, but this was not the life. I won't let her give up on her. She freed me, and she must be freed.
You're a good man,
I have always been grateful, and I want to repay the favor. But each time an opportunity to do just that arises, she turns it down.
She loves...
And I love her. Though I'm sure I'll still need some help.
Always.
Thank you. Well then, these bear... That's a job.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need.
You know what you have to do. Clive, as you know, our time grows short. The Lord Chief Justice's vultures us. Before we part, I want you to know that, though I may not always have been your most vocal ally...
Thank you. But his revenge...
It is the one, and it is all that...
But what of Lostwing?
I built Lostwing to achieve this aim. My comrades and I are sure of our cause, but there are those among us who can... I would place Lostwing in their hands, but a village home only to the frail and the infirm is not likely... And so, will you take them to your hideaway?
I will.
Thank you. I will not have it said that I did not see to the well-being. The people I speak of have withdrawn to go...
Understood.
Then the last of my... And may Griga...